Hey guys, uh, this is just gonna be a video blog entry. You know, that thing I started way back when I was a kid or whatever, in 2009. 'Cause it's personal stuff, and like yeah, in this case it kind of comes from work stuff, but it's about me, and I'm not trying to like put on a show or anything. Try to be anybody for anybody. So, um. I made a new covering myself up. No, for this I don't need to do that. Made a new toothpick model tonight. I'm putting it real close so that y'all can see it because haven't bothered to put the lighting, differently or anything. So this is a pentacle projection, meaning it is a 5 simplex, like I don't know how to explain projection. This is me. So, and it like you can see in it the the shift that I'm struggling to make, in the process of making something like that from like binary consciousness to ternary consciousness. But like basically what I'm talking about is um like this in the cycle of my brokenness. And actually before that, like even before the dark took over, I had two parts, and I'm talking the two parts of the red. So it was light and dark, and I like observed that starting right just in the cusp of puberty, and all the way, and formalized it and watched it, all the way through high school and college and afterward, and then it seemed to be no longer relevant for a long time, and then like maybe 2 weeks ago from because of my brokenness, and then I realized it was relevant again, um, and I knew with 11 11 11 I was going to have another. I was thinking of them as Marquiness reversals, um, which I don't really want to explain. I'm trying to just do this for me, like I could give you a pattern vlog version of it, but that's not what I'm trying to do. I could talk about the geometry and the theory and the model, but I'm trying to talk about myself and find a natural balance for me of what's personal and what's theoretical. So anyway, it's damn pretty, isn't it? Came up with it myself. Although just based on how pretty it is, like it's gotta be like a standard or a known projection. Um, so this is what I've been for, uh, gosh, depending on how you look at it, 7 or um, what's the other number? 28. Either 7 years or 16 years. But really, I don't know. And I thought that I thought when my brokenness ended, I guess ended, not brokenness. That I would like kind of instantly that I would have another third one join these, superseding, including them, and like create a new Martinist hierarchy of three things. But I thought it would incorporate these, and But no, it turns out it's these. It's the green ones. Green because Christmas. Um, so I thought it would incorporate them, and then I learned that that's not how it works in general. But I still thought that that's how it would work for me for some reason. And then like right after 11/11/11, I um, discovered the new components of me instead of light and dark to be sun, sea, and sky, and sea, sky, and sun, and so that was beautiful. That was awesome. That was hot. Like, and it wasn't just it was real, and it still is real. It's just I haven't like realized it. I didn't realize like I feel like an idiot for taking so long to realize this, but the the acquisition of the ternary structure did not overwrite the binary structure. The Even though I learned that like sea, sky, and sun are not light and dark, and like it's not like there's an overlap there, I still was thinking for a while, well, now that I got this ternary structure, like this is just gonna disappear. It's gonna be a non-issue. Like even if it's still there, I'm not gonna use it. Like I have a better thing, right? And that's what you would think, and that's what I did think, and that's why I'm so frustrated with myself that I keep fucking up still. But I'm getting closer, and I feel like I feel like I have to struggle to say this a lot because people just don't buy it. But like I need to understand things with my mind before I can apply them to my life. So like this model will help a lot. Like it's a big deal. So you can see how I kind of had to like pray slash intuit about where to put the red angle relative to the green triangle. Um, and I think I got it right, or at least I think that there is a truth communicated to putting it like this, which is that what I'm doing now in life a whole lot is, you know, trying to trying to flee this bipolar structure, but like both of the poles go to the same place, which is where these other two poles meet. And these two poles uh, would be um, sun and sea. So sun and sea are the most, as a pair, have the most resemblance to mania and depression, or light and dark, or whatever other kind of binary you would have. So it's kind of like I'm, pushing my energy down partially off this and partially onto here. But it still just feels like binary. It feels like an upgraded, like a I don't know if I don't know if I want to say more extreme. It's not really more extreme, but it's like more well, it's different. Okay, it's different. It's not bipolar disorder. Like it's similar. The poles are less disruptive. I'm starting to think I shouldn't be talking anymore. um, Assuming I'm uploading this. Um, but I mean, what I was driving at, which like I need to say, whether you hear it or not, is um, I'm getting partially off the binary and partially onto the ternary, but I'm only getting onto two of the ternary. I'm only getting from these two to these two. And I mean, it just intuitively, I think until I get completely off of here, I won't be able to. Oh, the other thing is, I mean, this triangle is actually the same size as this triangle. This is a trick of the projection that this one triangle is bigger than the ones on the inner three spokes. But so like I'm gonna have to completely withdraw myself here and get completely out here before I can even discover this, which is sky, which is like openness and non-resistance and observing and all that like enlightenment bullshit. Which I'm just not good at. It's just I just get it in moments and a lot of my meditation time. Like I'm still thinking. Like it's like sacred thinking, but it's not like I disidentify with it. Um, but I realized that. So what this was originally a model of is 777. It still is a model of that. I just haven't been talking about that. But um, long story short, I found out that in the simplices, it's the edges that are figure into like those consciousness frequencies, like 777 or 555. So basically, three of the edges, the green ones are me, are the self, are consciousness, and everything else is that which is experienced or observed by consciousness. So there's those three on the outside that are the new me. Although I keep operating at so far, for the most part, at either this lower level or this lower level. But like ultimately, once I completely withdraw from this whole thing will be me. The other seven, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, are where 777 operates, which is like, um, I still don't fully know what it is, but it represents everything that I'll experience, and oddly, um, that which is my former self is just another part of what I experience as other than what I am. Which I mean just sounds like your typical enlightenment, right? Like I think it is just like your typical enlightenment, but now I understand why slash how a little better. And also I know that I can carry this perfectly intact into fifth dimensional into fiveness and not have to change who I am or how I process the world. So like yeah, for a short, couple decades, 21 years or whatever, like I will probably sorry, I'm just like I've realized I'm like stressing myself out, which is the whole like opposite of the point of this video. I'm wondering like should I even be doing this? But and I think I don't know. I think probably not, but I'm so close to the end. And I think if I get any support or acknowledgement from this, like it'll be worth it, you know? And like it'll just be up to me to like not take it personally if I don't get any engagement with it at all. So I don't think I have to decide whether to post this video on the basis of whether my heart tells me it's gonna get likes or not. But I mean that's not what my heart would be telling me. It would just be like you're doing, well, or you're doing poorly. So what I'm getting at is that I have the temporary temporal challenge of viewing what I currently think of as myself as just another object or piece of content of my consciousness. Um, but that's not. I mean, it's only that if I think of it that way. Like it doesn't. It's not like these things they're red and they have to stay red forever until I die. But I think there will be probably some tendency for it to be like that. And especially right now, while I'm still moving back and forth between the structures, like struggling to get off this, there's no way while I still have any consciousness and energy on there that I'm going to be able to think of it as just another part of the experience that I'm viewing or moving through or what's passing through me or over me or. So I think yeah, that's how it is for a while, but when I find myself physically in fiveness, there won't be any red. It'll just be these undyed toothpicks all on the inside in that one triangle. And, life will be flawless like it used to be when I was a kid. Uh, and I know I'm supposed to, like, believe that it's flawless now. Or that, I don't know. It's just so embarrassing to understand this stuff so well and just not be able to apply it like at all. Um, not at all. It's taking a while. Really, magic is so much easier than just plain old like spiritual attainment, enlightenment, raising your level of consciousness. Like, um, okay, at this point, I've definitely talked enough. Good night.